I wanted to feel comfortable, but not confident. Let's get on Hinge. Make a woman feel comfortable is like foreplay to them. So if I can't make her feel comfortable, I can't take her to Pound Town. And Pound Town is my favorite place to be. What's up, fellas? Today we train some legs and I talk about the 3 things I do make women feel extremely comfortable on dates. So I go to Pound Town ASAP. Alright? I'm used to one of my Hinge hookups as an example, so I can really break down what I did, what I didn't do, and so I basically give you guys pointers on what I think works well on almost all hoes, right? Obviously it's gonna be as an example on one woman, but this works with all girls because we're not all the same, all right? Let's get to the video. Let's get on Hinge so I can show you guys this properly. All right, as you can see, me and the girl matched on Hinge. She gave me a number, then it was texting WhatsApp obviously. So after our first date, she sent me this text right here. There you go. All right, I felt comfortable with you. There you go. Do you guys see this text right here? This text came because this girl is super thick, okay? I say she's an Asian and she's super thick. So I know for a fact, on every date she's been on, a guy has been, talking about how thick she is. I guarantee. And the reason I know it's fact is because she came literally like in a big ass coat, trying to cover it up, okay? But ass was still poking out of the ass was still poking out of the coat. So she's just super thick. So I know for a fact that on other dates, guys usually be sitting there telling her how much they want to fuck her, how much they want to have her, claim her, or whatever else. So because I don't do these things now, she felt comfortable because usually, I know for a fact, usually most of them talk about her body all the time for the entire date, but I didn't. Now she felt comfortable. Now on the second day, I was gonna take her out again, and then she goes this. All right? So clearly, she felt very comfortable on the second day, comfortable enough to try and, be with me alone in another city. Does that make sense? So usually I would say no to this. Usually I would say like, it's not worth it to go to Amsterdam to fuck a bitch, I don't care, right? But I was like, it makes for a good story. So sure, why not? So I went from the first day feeling comfortable to her suggesting we go to Amsterdam, and go to Pound Town, right? So this would not have happened if I didn't do, steps 1 to 3, or didn't do those things on a date, right? So that's what I'm telling you guys. So it's important to adhere by these rules, at least in my opinion, because it makes women feel comfortable. And when you feel comfortable, this can happen to you as well. And the first things I don't do, or the first thing I avoid doing completely, is I do not mention sex under any circumstance. I don't care how thick she is. I don't care how nice her lips is. I don't care how good she smells. I don't care how much her titties is popping. I do not mention sex. I do not know why guys keep doing this. I know you guys do it because girls keep telling me guys do it, right? So I know for a fact guys do this in the world. Men out there telling girls all kinds of wild stuff on dates, right? And really I don't do this because I think about it from my point of view. Let's say like the way women value their body is the way I value my time, my money, right? So now imagine if a girl came with me on the first date and was like, how much money do you make? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of apartment do you have? Like all of these questions would make me put my guard up immediately because she just wants to use me for what I got, right? That's how girls feel as well. So if you're just out there mentioning sex, they feel like, oh, this guy wants to use my body and then discard me. So I'll put my guard up so he can't do that to me. That makes sense? I want her to lower her guard, not increase her guard. So I cannot mention sex, even though I want to fuck her, right? Clearly. And I know most guys, you guys watch too many Matthew McConaughey movies where he just shows up, has a little swag, the accent, all of a sudden, panties get dropped. In reality, that's not how it works, right? Mentioning sex is like a surefire way to not get sex, all right? You guys really sound more like Howard Wolowitz than anything else, right? Just desperate and needy. So do not mention sex on any circumstance. That's what I personally do. Seduction doesn't happen by mentioning sex. It happens by doing everything outside of sex that is indicating of you being a good potential partner. Right? So it's mainly about the way you carry yourself, the way you smell, the way you dress, the way you handle the waiter or waitress. Those kind of things are going to be more beneficial or more seductive than actually talking about sex on a date. If you sat next to me on a date with a girl, I promise you, you will not even think I'm trying to fuck this girl. Because we're having a regular conversation. With this girl, we're talking about how she's a foodie. So we're talking about like her food creations. We talked about work a little bit because we work in the same industry. We talked about how she hates her sister. Just by the way, all women hate a sister for some reason. I don't know why. And the last thing we talked about was her mom needs to get surgery now this month, so like she was talking about how she's worried about her surgery. But that's it, right? That was a rare conversation. The convo I had with her, I could have the conversation with literally every other person in the world, and it would have been like it would have been the same. Does it make sense? So I'm not sitting there making like any innuendo, any sexual jokes, none of that shit. I'm just gonna listen to her, have a normal conversation. That's my first method, or my first step in lowering her, making her feel comfortable, lowering her guard.
Team Deathmatch. Take no prisoners, comrades.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Secondly, I do not initiate physical contact. Ever. If she wants a kiss, just come ask for it or come get one. If she wants to hold my hand, go ahead, hold my hand. If she wants me to like grab her, she'll have to physically put my hand around her. I'm not gonna be the one begging for kisses, begging to hold her hand, like all that stuff, right? And even when she holds my hand, usually I'm gonna move her hand to my biceps because I got a big ass biceps to be held, not to be having my hand held for no reason, all right? And the reason I'm gonna do is because of this. In relationships, there is a natural balance, like a natural equilibrium. This is what I mean with this. If one person is affectionate, the other person isn't gonna be affectionate, and vice versa, right? So if I want her to be affectionate, I can be the one being affectionate. Does that make sense? So if I'm the one reaching for her hand all the time, if I'm the one cuddling her all the time, if I'm the one trying to kiss all the time, she is not going to be the one trying to give me kisses or trying to hug me or trying to hold my hand or grab my bicep or whatever. She's not going to do these things because she doesn't have to do these things because she's sure of how I feel about her, right? If she's wondering how I feel about her, if she's there questioning if I even like her, right? She's going to hold my hand, for example, or grab my bicep to see that I'm going to let her grab me. And by me letting her grab me, it makes her believe, oh, okay, Lisa likes me. Does it make sense? So the affection thing is the thing of getting like assurances of how, or like where we stand basically. If I'm the one giving her the assurances by touching her all the time or trying to reach out for her, then she's gonna be the one feeling confident and she's gonna be the one feeling confident. I want her to feel comfortable but not confident. All right. Confidence doesn't get me the pussy. Confidence gets me in the friend zone. Right. So I want her to feel comfortable but not confident. And you give her uncertainty or insecurity by not being the affectionate person. Because you're not affectionate now, she is forced to be affectionate to figure out where I stand. And that's what I want. I want her to be the one reaching out for me, reaching out for my hand, reaching out for my body, trying to grab me, trying to kiss me all the time. Like that's what I want. So if I want that from her, I can't be the one giving it to her. Does that make sense? So like I said earlier, it's equilibrium. So whatever you want, do the opposite and you get it. Right? So if you want to get more kisses from her, or you want to get her to be more physical, then you have to be super unaffectionate. Right? Cool. Now the last one. I do not give women compliments. Like 0%. Like never, ever, ever. Even after we fuck, I never give them like period. But the reason I don't do beforehand, especially, is because, mind you, I'm talking about compliments in general, but especially not physical ones. Listen, yes, I know she's thick as fuck. Yeah, I know her lips look like dick sucking lips. All that good stuff. Cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, what is a comment really gonna do for our conversation, right? Like we obviously having a chat. Let's say I'm talking to a girl. Let's say we're on a date having a chat, and I say, "Hey, you have nice eyes." What can she really say except thank you? Does it make sense? So what has the compliment done for the conversation? Nothing. It just has given her reassurance, which I don't want to give her, and it has not added nothing to the conversation, to the date, right? So me saying, "Hey, you have nice eyes," or "You have a fat ass," it doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't add anything to the conversation. Doesn't benefit me any kind of capacity. So I do not give her compliments at all, right? Even when they give me compliments, I just say thank you and I move on. I don't linger with the compliment. I don't try to give her one back. I just accept it and I move on my life. I just talk to her like normally. We have a normal conversation. I ask questions, and that's basically the main thing, right? If I talk to a girl, I'm asking what, why, and how questions, right? Open-ended questions where she can just ramble on about her shitty life and how much she hates her sister and how much she loves this and that. I don't care, because on a date, especially on the first date, second date, early dates, right? Women are super self-absorbed. So the compliment don't really add enough to the conversation. I'm trying to have the conversation flowing and going my way. So all I really add to the conversation is asking her what, why, and how questions to keep it flowing and keep her talking. Even when she asks me questions, I just answer them very shortly and then throw back at her. All right, that's how I have conversations. I do not sit there giving endless compliments because it doesn't add nothing to the combo. I'm trying to get the conversation nice and flowing. That's what I personally do. All right, so those are the 3 things I do not do on a date, right? Those things have helped me and women to feel comfortable. When they feel comfortable, usually this is what happens. This happens usually every week, honestly. I be hitting holes on Hinge like once a week at least, right? So this works on all the bitches. They will tell you, no, we're different. I promise you they're the same, right? They will tell you, no, we're different, we're special. Everyone's like a flower. We need like a snowflake. I promise you they're not, all right? All those are the same. This works on every bitch of life, right? Just use this. If you want to do this as well, use this. And it's literally a one-size-fits-all method, right? So this doesn't work. This works on every girl. All right, that's it for the video, guys. If any more questions or you want to figure out anything else, or any more questions about how to get more bitches, leave them down below. All right, I'm out.